Hey, this is Kurt Isles. I want to welcome you to the Creek Bank podcast, YouTube channel, and blog. So glad you've taken time to join us here on the porch at the old house in Dry Creek, Louisiana. And we're just going to tell you a story and have a good time being together. Now, normally, I just share stories with no script. I'm a much better storyteller than I am a reader. But today's story, The Old House Comes Alive Again, it's kind of special to me. I think I need to read it. You be patient with me as I get through it. I leave my mom's home and walked a short distance to the old house. It's sunset, and our homestead, built in 1892, stands starkly against the background of Crooked Bayou Swamp. I hurry in from the cold and build a fire in the middle room fireplace. It's my favorite room because it's where I've spent countless hours with my grandmother. Now, the old house is over 130 years old and hasn't been occupied since the 1970s. Despite that, the old lady is in pretty fair shape for someone her age. But it's been dark, empty, and lonely for many years. Now, I'm sitting by the roaring fire. I have an odd thought. Why don't I go through the house and see which lights work? Amazingly, as I pull the light cords, every light, including the porch lights, come on. I walk out in the front yard and I'm amazed. The old house is aglow with light. The old house is alive again. I don't recall the last time I saw it like this. Alive again after all these years of darkness. I take a chair to the front yard and soak in that eerie time of day when dusk slides into nightfall. This gathering darkness only serves to illuminate the old house. As a boy, I recall coming out of the swamp after dark and walking in the general direction of home until I saw the lights of the old house. I knew then where I was. I was headed home. Now I returned to my roaring fire, carefully ease into a cowhide chair as my dog Bandit takes its place by me. Now I have a vivid imagination. That's where 13 books and 5 novels would take you. But what happens next? It's not a dream or a vision. It's just imagination from deep in my heart. It wasn't real, but I wept like it was. I hear footsteps on the wooden porch. I step outside to see generations of my family emerging from the dark. They're all healthy and alive again. Several walk up from Crooked Bayou Swamp, and they smell like squirrels and Garrett's sweet snuff. Another shadow appears from the upland 40, carrying an armload of rich pine kindling. My grandfather walks by with a bushel of roasting ears. Headlights appear on the gravel road, and other ancestors arrive in old cars with fiddle cases, guitars, and homemade casseroles. They crowd into the places where I knew them best: the log room, the old kitchen, and the 2 bedrooms sharing the double fireplace. Most congregate out on the dog trot porch while they tune the instruments. As always, it takes forever. My father, healthy again, stands above them, poised to launch into one of his old ballads. My Uncle Clint, standing beside my daddy, winks at me. The aroma of dark roast Seaport coffee wafts from the kitchen, and it's mingled with the laughter of country women working together. The sweet sound of swinging screen doors fills the air as they come in and out. They're all here. My grandparents, great-grandparents, and a host of uncles, aunts, and cousins, and they surround me. But there's several I don't recognize, but they seem to know me. I now realize they're my ancestors, who built this house. They're John and Sarah Wagnon and their daughter Louise. They lived their entire lives here long before my time. These are the pioneers who homesteaded these 80 acres. built a log house, cleared the land, and laid the foundation for what the old house is today. But the foundation they laid was much more than logs and boards. It's a legacy passed down to me and the generations to follow. A legacy of the land, a legacy of enduring family ties, and most of all, a legacy of love. Now, next in my dream, cars start arriving. It's my sons, their wives, and my 9 grandchildren. They mix and mingle with family members they only knew by name or story. I think about the old Southern song, "Will the circle be unbroken?" Well, tonight that circle is complete at the old house. We're all here. I'm not sure how long this reunion lasts, but I look up and the fire's died down. And although the lights are all on, the old house is empty again. It's just me and Bandit. But I don't feel lonely or sad. I feel a warmth and the legacy of my deep roots in these piney woods. I cover the fire, walk through each room, pulling the switch cords off until the old house is once again dark. Before stepping away, I flip a porch light on, just in case someone arriving late at the old house tonight. The old house that sits on the edge of Crooked Bayou Swamp. Thanks for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure to have you on the Creek Bank. As we always say, we'll see you next time. In the meantime, we'll leave the screen door unlatched for you.